I've gotten quite a few things done this week. I have some really fun plans for the upcoming week, and I'd love to chat to you about Vlogmas. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a Friday Sews video where I'm going to chat to you about what I've been up to in the sewing room, what I have planned, and a little bit about life thrown in there. So the last couple of weeks, because I didn't have a Friday Sews video last week, but the last couple of weeks I have been busy. I've been sewing up a storm, getting ready for the Christmas market that Marian and I are going to have a stall at. So I don't want to spoil anything because I'm part of the A Gift to November vlogger tour this month. And a lot of what I made for market prep is what I'm going to talk about in that video in terms of gift ideas, little things that you can make for the people you love, little hostess gifts, that kind of thing. But I did want to share one little thing that I think is so cute. So I made little coaster sets. So they are super simple. They're like 4 squares and a backing, and I bundled them into sets of 4 with little ribbon, and I absolutely love these little sets. So yeah, I only made 4 sets of these. I have a feeling I might need to make more, but anyways. So I've gotten zipper pouches done, I've gotten key fobs done, I have these coasters, I have mug rugs. This coming weekend I'm gonna make a bunch of scrunchies and some boxy pouches, like zipper pouches, but a rectangle that you can use for toiletries, makeup, phone cords, chargers, that kind of thing. So that's, yeah, in my plans for the upcoming week. But yeah, lots and lots of sewing for market. But amongst all of that, I finally, I feel like I've been working on those pants for months, but I finally finished Marianne's new lander pants in the beautiful gray gabardine that we got together at the Fabric Club. She wore them to go to work one day this week, and she sent me pictures and a video clip, and they fit her so nicely. They're not perfect, but they fit her very, very nicely. She's super happy, and I'm glad I finally nailed the fit on those pants, because part of my plans for the next week or two is going to be making her the Blair skirt by Trubias. And they are the same designer as the lander pants, so I can pretty much, yeah, base the size I'm gonna make for the skirt on the size I ended up making on the landers for her. So very excited about those. I also made her a page hoodie without the hood in a beautiful lavender chunky knit that we also got at the Fabric Club. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of her in it. I have a pretty bad picture of it finished on my pressing table that I just took and then sent to her because I was super excited about it. It turned out really cute, really, really cute. And turns out that just replacing the hood with a neckband is really, really simple, at least for this pattern. So what I did is I put the sleeves on the front and back, so I basically ended up with like big pieces of fabric, but a finished neckline, like a neckline in the round. I took a flexible measuring tape and carefully measured the entire circumference of the neckline, and then multiplied that by 85%. To determine how long my neckband needed to be. 85%, I think I've read somewhere, is a pretty good starting point if your fabric has just a normal amount of stretch. And I can't tell you in percentage what that would be, but you're talking like cotton jerseys, that kind of thing. If your fabric has a lot less stress than that, like a super stable French terry, something with not a lot of stretch. I would say maybe go to 90% of the circumference of your neckline. If you're using a rib knit or something that's really, really stretchy, you might want to go down to 80% of your neckline. The bottom line is you need your neckband to be smaller than the size of your neckline so that it brings everything in and everything just sits good. So that's for the length of my neckband. As for the width, I basically went with 2.5 unfinished. So 2.5-inch strips that I then folded into 2 that I then sewed onto the sweater with a 1/4-inch seam allowance. So that left me with about an inch and inch a quarter of neckband that's visible. I then press the seam allowance down towards, no, I'm lying, up, no, down towards the shirt. And then top stitched it so that it stayed nice and flat. Anyways, it turned out really, really well, super simple. So now that I know that it works, I am going to be making some page hoodies for myself without the hood and just have a really nice sweatshirt. To me, it's like a little bit of an elevated sweatshirt because it's got the super nice big sleeves and the cuff, and yeah, love, love, love this pattern. And then some of you might have seen it already, but I also made myself a page hoodie with the hood to go with some new lane pants that I made from my Think Pink fabric from the month of October. So that turned into a super cute lounge set, and that video came out on Tuesday. So if you've not seen that yet, I'm gonna link it above somewhere and in the description box so you can go have a look at that. I absolutely love the fabric I got this month. It's super cute, and it is perfect for a pair of lane pants that I'm going to be wearing around the house this winter when it's chilly outside. So in terms of things I got up to over the last 2 weeks, that is it. But it's been very, very successful. I'm very happy with everything I got up to. So yeah, it's just been a really good couple of weeks. For plans, well, I finished the muslin for my Newcomb coat. So earlier this month or late in October, I put the first of a 3-part video series up on the channel on making myself a new winter coat. So the first video came out, I talked about the fabric, the pattern, the lining, what my plans were, what size I'm making, all of that good stuff. And now I'm working on video number 2, which is going to be all about the muslin. So making it, trying it on, identifying any changes I might want to do, then showing you how I'm making those changes on the pattern pieces. And that video is coming out on Tuesday next week. But I'm so pleased with how the muslin fits and how it looks, like the length and all of that good stuff. So also very successful, and I'm really hoping to start cutting into my wool to make the final version of the coat this week. I mean, there must be 50 pattern pieces. It is a little bit crazy. Well, 50, I'm exaggerating, but there are a lot of pattern pieces. So you have to cut your main fabric, your lining, then there's 2 kinds of interfacing. Yeah, so it's going to be a heck of a cutting job, which I'm hoping to get done this coming week. I'm under no illusion that I'm going to be able to actually start sewing the coat this week. So yeah, but that's the plan. And then I also want to make myself a new pair of lane pants. I talked about those a few weeks ago now. I have a beautiful chocolate brown. I think it's chocolate brown. Let me go get it and I'll show it to you. All right, there it is. So it is a milk chocolate browns. It's not super dark, but it's a tencel twill. I've got 2.5 meters of this. I can't remember where I got this from. I think it might have been from the Fabric Club. And I really want some lane pants in this. I'm gonna use the narrow leg hack, the pattern that I made with narrower legs to make these, because I really like how my pink plaid lane pants fit me, how they feel like comfort wise. I like that the leg is a straight leg, so in this brown tencel I think they're gonna look really nice for the office with like chocolate brown little booties. And yeah, I'm excited. I really want to make them. They take no time at all to make, so those are in my plans. Fingers crossed, maybe Sunday, because Saturday is going to be all about market prep, but maybe Sunday I'm going to be able to cut and sew these lane pants. In terms of plans, I think that's pretty much going to be it. I'm just going to make my pants, work on my coat, and get ready to make Marianne's Blair skirt. So I have the denim, because I'm making it in a denim for her. I'm going to wash it, prep it, maybe press it and cut it out, but I'm not going to start sewing on it this week. So yeah. And sewing wise, that's pretty much it. By the way, I am wearing my fuller cardigan that I made in a Ponte that we got in a Think Pink box last year, I believe. And I didn't make buttonholes or sew buttons on this thing, but I wore it to work today. And the fact that it flops constantly and that you can see the underside really bugs me. Like, I love this cardigan, but now that I've taken it out for this winter, I think I want to put a button at the neck. What do you think? Like, I would just put one button right up here and wear it just like that. I don't want buttons all the way down, but I think it would stop it from flopping over and showing the white underneath. What do you think? Comment below, please, to let me know if this is just super outdated or if it would look nice. Because it's not too late to put a buttonhole and a button on this thing. Alright, that's it for sewing. Now, a little bit about life and a channel update as far as Vlogmas is concerned. Well, Montreal got its first snow of the season earlier this week. And it was, yeah, 20 centimeters of snow fell on Montreal in a 24-hour period. It was a little crazy. It was very early to get that much snow, and it stayed on the ground. Like, today is Thursday. There's still snow on the ground. A lot less, mind you, because it's been hovering at around 1 or 2 degrees all week, and it rained today, so a lot of the snow is now gone. But yeah, it was a little crazy to get 20 centimeters of snow on November 11th. Quite the Remembrance Day. And then the weather is going to be really nice on Friday, but then we're going to get a ton of freezing rain over the weekend. So the drive into the office on Monday is going to be interesting. But hey, winter in Montreal, all nice. Life has been very busy, as you might have guessed from the No Friday Sews video last week. Work has been busy, been going into the office, and then just things are busier. The grandkids have activities that I want to go and watch, and yeah, I'm spending time with my parents. So it's been all good things, but a little less time for YouTube, a little less time for sewing. So yeah, but it's all been good things. And now, talking about a little less time for YouTube and a little less time for sewing, last year I did Vlogmas. So 3 years ago I did Vlogmas once a week. So on the Friday I would do a compilation of the entire week and put one video out. And those videos turned out to be very long. Then 2 years in a row, so last year and the year before, I did daily Vlogmas videos. Now I was able to do that because last year I took a huge part of December off for vacation. So I had more time and I did love doing it. It was a lot of fun to put one video out every day. This year I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to be able to do that. But I also don't want to do just one video a week. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to put a video out every 2 to 3 days. So I'm going to film, you know, my advent calendar opening. I'm going to film going downtown. You know, downtown at Christmas time is very, very pretty. All the lights, yeah. So I might go do some shopping and take you along with me. So all of the regular things that you would expect to see at Vlogmas, just, you know, 2 or 3 days in one video. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot more manageable for me and hopefully will be just as enjoyable for you. I know there are a ton of Vlogmas videos out there. So maybe if I only put one out every 2 to 3 days, that's going to be a little more manageable for you as well. So there you go. So let me know in the comments below what you think of that. And if you're looking forward to Vlogmas, I'm so excited. Every year, I absolutely love watching all the Vlogmas videos. I'm very nosy in that I just love to see a little bit more behind the scenes and hear from my favorite vloggers more often than I do usually. So yeah, very, very excited, looking forward to it. All right, and before I let you go, I just want to give Nan a big shout out and a big thank you for buying me a few coffees recently. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate the support. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I will see you soon.